Today, spaghetti squash spaghetti. Low in carbs, but high in flavor, and we'll show you how to make it taste amazing. I'm Jeff Philbin, and this is Dinner DeeAs, the show that faces up life's toughest question: what am I going to make for dinner? Joining me to share her hearty, healthy recipe is Chef Ashley A.I. Subtle. You might know her from Selling Tampa on Netflix, which highlighted the South Tampa restaurant she ran called Main Course. She's also been a personal chef to dozens of celeb clients. But more importantly, though, than all of it, you are a veteran. You served our country proudly as a culinary specialist in the United States Army, and thank you so much for your service. They say an army marches on its stomach. So what were you feeding the troops?
A variety of things. It was amazing, Chef. We were able to feed them all things from all around the world. We've done Mexican Day, we've done Soul Food Day, and then I kind of started tapping into the plant-based, just being able to still have fun without all the meat.
Absolutely. Now, how many were part of the troops? How many were you feeding on a daily basis, on a meal basis?
So normally we fed about 1,000 soldiers, and we did that for lunch and dinner.
So 1,000 for lunch, 1,000 for dinner.
Correct. Yes.
Wow. How do you do that on scale?
You just learn quality and quantity, just working as a team. Had a really great team in the military, and so everyone has their perspective spaces, and everyone just pulls their weight, and we just bring it together.
I love it. I love it. And you're going to be bringing together some meatless options for us today. So we've got spaghetti squash here. Looks like you're coring it out. What else goes into your recipe? What are you doing right now?
So right now I'm doing a little bit of coconut oil just so it doesn't stick to the pan, and then it just softens it a little bit. And then we're just doing some Himalayan pink salt and a little bit of pepper. And we're going to put that in the oven.
Perfect. So this spaghetti squash is making our spaghetti.
Correct.
Perfect. Perfect. And so now we can put this into the oven?
We can.
All right. How long is this going to be in the oven for?
It's going to be in the oven for about 40 minutes.
40 minutes, and it looks like we're putting it in at 350.
Yes.
Very good. And how many thousands of the troops will this feed?
Maybe 4.
4. Okay, cool. 4 very hungry. That's a small army. That's a family of 4. All right. Very good.
Absolutely.
What's next then?
So next we are going to work on our meat sauce.
Okay.
And so the beautiful thing is we are substituting meat for portobello mushrooms, and we are going to use walnuts. Now I did soak those walnuts for about an hour in warm water, so those are a little softer.
Perfect. Now, do you drain the walnuts before you add them in? Do you add that liquid in with the mushrooms? How do you do yours?
So I am going to not necessarily drain them, but I'm going to just pull them out and put them in. So you're still getting a little bit of that water. You're not necessarily just draining them completely.
Okay, perfect.
So we're putting those mushrooms in there.
Love it. I'll take that out of your way for you.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
Absolutely. Perfect. For Ashley's recipe for the spaghetti squash spaghetti, head over to dinnerdeas.com, where you can also watch this show or any of our other shows over again. Get your phone, open the camera app, scan the QR code in the corner of the screen, and a link will pop right up and take you directly to our site. Look, I turned it over here, and we already got our walnuts in there. What else is going in there besides just the walnuts there?
So for flavor, we are going to do a little bit of peppers and some onions.
Okay.
And that's just going to give it a little flavor.
Sure. Very nice.
Perfect.
Right to the brim, too. You know this is going to be good then. We're getting all full here on this one.
For sure.
This is where you can be able to indulge because we're going meatless here. So it's like, all right, let's go big.
Not too much, you can't get too much vegetables. Perfect.
Absolutely beautiful.
Look at that.
Let's take a look here. I'm going to bring the fun, handy dandy Chef Jeff cam. What I'd love to see is I want to see that texture here from this angle here with everybody here on camera to kind of see what we're looking for. And like you just really kind of did make it look like it's crumbled meat.
Correct. And you may get a couple pieces of, whole vegetable in there, but that didn't hurt anybody in the past, right?
Hey, it's never going to.
Right.
It's the good stuff. All right, you got that? Perfect.
Yes.
Very good. Next steps are...
And so we're just going to put a little bit of coconut oil on the bottom of that pan there. Yeah.
There we go. Bring this over for you here. Now, coconut oil is a unique oil. What are you using it for this dish?
So I absolutely love coconut oil because you can just use it for anything, but it's just a healthier option than using butter or margarine. So you're still getting that flavor.
Now, flavor-wise, are you going to get the sweetness of the coconut, though?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you will still get that flavor. And again, mostly you're getting that same outcome, just a healthier option, a cleaner taste. So you're not really getting that fatty taste, more of a, like you said, that sweet and healthier taste.
Nice, nice. Plus, different smoking point, too, which is always a nice thing, too, to have in the kitchen.
Absolutely.
Very good. All right. I'll take this on this side here for you. All right. So all we're going to just do is just kind of use this as kind of like our crumbled meat. Are we going to put any kind of flavors, any other seasonings to it there? Or are we just going to let this?
Absolutely. So we're going to do just a little bit of pink salt. We're going to do a little bit of garlic powder, not salt.
Okay.
And a little bit of onion powder.
Nice.
And you only need a little bit.
It goes a long way.
Yeah, it does. And as you can see, as that gets to browning, it gives you that ground meat texture there.
And so much healthier right now.
Yes.
Because sometimes I struggle with it. I mean, I eat so much meat, but like it is so nice to have the alternative sometimes. And what's really encouraging about a dish like this is that it's going to look like what you're having, right?
Absolutely.
And so it doesn't have that polarizing feel to it there. So I like that. I also like that you use the pink salt. What was the reasoning behind the pink salt versus just using, regular table salt or something else that would be a little more common?
So for me, I absolutely love the taste of that pink salt. And again, it's a healthier option.
Yeah.
If you're going to use salt, that pink Himalayan salt is definitely a healthier option.
Nice. So you're going clean throughout every step now.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You can still have fun. You can still have spaghetti. I made a chicken stir fry the other day, but vegan. So you can really have fun, especially when you're, health conscious. You can have fun still. You're not sitting there eating a carrot and a piece of broccoli. You actually can have fun and still eat plant-based.
And it can still taste good, too. I think that's the key, is that it can still taste good.
Absolutely.
All right. What goes in next, then?
Okay, so next we are going to add Italian seasoning, basil, and oregano.
Okay.
And that is going to give you that Italian taste there. And even if you're not making spaghetti sauce from scratch, even if you're using a jar of sauce, you want to make sure you add those in because it's going to give you that flavor that you need to completely change that item.
I love that because this brings a familiarity to it as well.
For sure.
That's one of these cool things about a dish like this, where you are taking what has been a staple, right? I mean, you've got spaghetti, you've got a bolognese, if you will, for this, but it's like, hey, how do I still keep that flavor profile alive, knowing that the ingredients are completely different?
Absolutely.
So, very, very cool.
And then afterwards, we're going to do our tomato paste.
Nice.
And that is going to give us our spaghetti sauce. And then we have our tomatoes.
Now, do you use diced tomatoes, and then you just, drain them?
So I use diced tomatoes. I keep all of the juice in there as well.
Great.
And sometimes could put some stewed tomatoes if you really like tomatoes and you're just trying to get that meaty look to the spaghetti sauce.
Absolutely fantastic. Well, we're going to keep our sauce simmering here, and while we take a quick break, when we come back, the perfect side dish for this dinner idea, sautéed asparagus with a vegan cheese sauce. It's coming right ahead on Dinner DeeAs. Welcome back to Dinner DeeAs, a different idea for your dinner every day. Joining us today with her idea is Chef Ashley Suttle. She served more than just meals over her career. She's also served our country and was decorated for her work as a culinary specialist. This looks like it's you receiving some level of an award?
Yes. So I received the Army Achievement Medal for preparing the Army's 241st birthday cake. It was an honor because the Army's a Gemini like me.
Nice. Nice. So you guys get to share that same level of horoscope together.
For
And that's
sure.
really special. What's really also truly special is that she's bringing us a low carb but high taste meal. Spaghetti, squash spaghetti, using the squash as the spaghetti, which we put in the oven before the break, and a vegan sauce, which we also started using walnuts, mushrooms, all in place of the meat. What else do we need to add?
So we've added a little bit of minced garlic and just some spinach for flavor and for color. And you're just getting a little bit more vegetables. Can't go wrong with adding spinach in there.
Can't go wrong with having that one there. And during the break, we also added some cherry tomatoes and just a little bit of brown sugar as well. So get a little sweetness happening too to break down some of that acidity. So now we also have another healthy but delicious side dish, asparagus with vegan cheese sauce.
Yes, yes, my favorite.
How do we do this?
Okay. So for that cheese sauce, we already have our veggies boiled here. We have, we're gonna add these into the processor.
Perfect. Now how about the asparagus with it? Should we get these going too?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So let's do that. So
I can help you with this part.
okay, perfect. So we're gonna put a little bit of coconut oil at the bottom of that pan.
Okay.
You can use that.
Now you were doing something kind of interesting just a moment ago with the asparagus.
Yes. So I was
Show me
popping
what you were
it.
just doing there.
So you're just popping that end piece off there.
And that's literally just the shortcut of knowing exactly what you need to cut.
Absolutely.
I love it. Okay, so I've got some coconut oil in here for you.
Sure. And then we're gonna go ahead and put those down in there.
Perfect. And what are we looking for with the cook? Are we looking from a time standpoint? Are we looking from a color standpoint?
You want to make sure it's still giving that bright green color, but then you just want a tender texture, and then just for it to just kind of brown off there. So you still want that crisp.
You don't want anything mushy.
No mushy.
Yeah, no one
for
likes
sure.
mushy vegetables. All right.
And while we let that cook, gonna come in and add our veggies.
Now, what is going inside it right now?
Okay, so we have some butternut squash, we have onions, we have carrots, and celery.
Okay.
And those carrots and squash is gonna give you that yellow color for the cheese sauce.
And how did you cook them?
I boiled these.
Okay.
You can boil them on the stove. If you don't have the stove space, you can put it in the oven, as long as they just get soft.
Nice. And what else goes in?
And then we are going to add cashews. Again, I did soak these for about an hour.
Okay.
That way that they're soft and they can break down a little better.
Perfect.
And then after the cashews, we are going to add some yeast, nutritional yeast.
Okay.
And that gives it that flavor too, really
Where do you
good.
find nutritional yeast? Is it hard to find?
It's not. You can find it at Publix. You can find it at any like health food store, like a Sprouts or a Whole Foods. But it's really not hard to find. It'll be near like the baking soda, baking powder. It won't be in a seasoning aisle.
What's the taste like then?
It is a very like tangy taste.
Okay.
And so I love it.
Okay, I'm gonna go the other side of the spoon here.
Okay.
Because I want to try your cheese sauce, but I want to get this on first.
Okay.
Yeasty delicious. No, but I can understand why it's being incorporated in there. There actually is a ton of flavor behind it that is going to just bring this all together. So.
For sure.
Okay. And then you just added in what?
And then we added in some paprika, some garlic powder and onion powder. And then we're gonna just put a little bit of vegan cheese in there.
Okay.
I love this vegan cheese, and it's just gonna add to that cheese sauce.
Okay, wonderful. And because we were able to bring some of the moisture out from soaking our cashews, having our vegetables, that's gonna be that liquid base that we kind of have enough to kind of bring this together?
For sure,
All right.
absolutely.
Let's see it come together. To make this for your dinner tonight, get Chef Ashley's recipe on our website, DeeAs.com. Get your phone out, scan the QR code to take you right to our site. You don't even need to leave the couch. Perfect. Now, visually, is it how you like it?
So one thing about this that you can always have fun with, you can always add a little bit of anything that you may need to do. So maybe just a little water, just to get to that consistency that you want to get to. So what I'll probably do is come in on this cashew water, just add a little bit of this to that, and that way we can get a little bit more of a loose consistency.
Okay. Makes more of that cheese sauce to it there.
Correct.
Perfect. Well, we're going to add that in. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to check back on our spaghetti, squash spaghetti, which has been baking in the oven, and see Chef Ashley's cleverly recycled serving suggestion ahead on Dinner DeeAs. Welcome back to Dinner DeeAs, ideas for how to feed your family from the best chefs around. And today's guest has literally fed thousands. Chef Ashley A.I. Suttle served our country as a culinary specialist in the United States Army. Now she cooks for celebrity clients and for her own army at home because you're a mother of 3. So I gotta ask you, parent to parent, is it easier to feed them or a hungry platoon?
It's probably easier to feed the platoon.
I can imagine. Everyone's got different palates.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I love it.
Yes.
All right. So first ups here, you have been cooking up the spaghetti squash spaghetti. And no, my friends, that's not me scrambling the script. She's scooping out the squash to be the spaghetti for our meat-free sauce we made earlier before the break, and along with a side of sauteed asparagus with a vegan cheese sauce. Now, let's see this all come together. It's all about the presentation. So you've already taken everything out. You've already made the whole spaghetti noodles look like real noodles.
Yes. And so now we're gonna place this asparagus here over our vegan cheese sauce, and then we're gonna add on our meat sauce.
Absolutely fantastic. It's very pretty, and it's, you know, when I think about this too, it's healthy. There's vegetables, there's flavor. It's everything that you would be anticipating and wanting, but being able to elevate it in a way that says, hey, here is a great option for you to be able to have. And beyond that, it's gonna be an easy cleanup too, because we're using the spaghetti squash as the actual bowl itself too.
Absolutely.
Come on now. That's just even more fun.
And then we're gonna put a little vegan Parmesan on there.
Okay.
And a little fresh parsley.
I love it. To make this for your army or family, get Chef Ashley's recipes at our website, dinnerdeas.com, or you see the square right there on your screen? That's a quick response or a QR code. And if you open up your camera on the phone, point right at it. A link to our website pops right up and it takes you there so you can be eating this. I can't wait to dig right in for this one here because I think forks are at the ready. And this is that time, is my favorite time of the show for us to go see if Ashley's tour of duty in the kitchen here has produced an idea for dinner worthy of the name, Dinner DeeAs. Welcome back to Dinner DeeAs. Joining me in the kitchen is Chef Ashley A.I. Suttle. Thank you for being here, but more importantly, thank you for your service to our country.
Thank you.
Absolutely, that in itself is a joy to have you here today because your culinary career began in the military as a culinary specialist in the United States Army, but these days you're sharing those skills with celebrity clients as a personal chef, and with us, a beautiful and healthy but not heavy meal of spaghetti squash spaghetti. We baked the squash, which became the spaghetti, and now the bowl, which we're serving it in, alongside a meat-free sauce. Plus, we had a time for a beautiful asparagus with vegan cheese sauce. But now, that time is our time because it's taste testing time. I'm digging right in and doing the spin and the twirl like I want when I'm having spaghetti. And you can do that. It's coming together. It's moving. This tastes like what you would want a spaghetti and a bolognese sauce to taste like, right?
Absolutely.
And you can feel absolutely fine going back for more. You're not gonna feel like overloaded from the heaviness. Now let me ask you this though. I'm loving it because I am looking for some alternatives because I eat too much processed meats, I eat too much meat, and so an alternative like this is absolutely beautiful. You do this on a day in and day out though.
I do.
How's it taste for you?
Amazing. I love it. Again, I like to feel good from the inside out. And so you can go to the gym a million times. You can do so many things, but if you're not, getting healthy from the inside and, doing alternatives like this,
And for those that want an alternative, it's about balance. Like, we're not saying, hey, you don't have to have it all the time, but you incorporate this in slowly.
Absolutely.
You can totally have some fun with some great ingredients and with great people. Thank you again, more importantly, for your service to our country and then being here with us today. Thank you for that first and foremost. A link to her website and a recipe for the dishes she shared today are all at dinnerdeals.com. Scan the QR code to get there. Thank you everyone for watching. I'm Jeff Philbin. See you next time with more Dinner Deals.